We're back with another video. This time a best of three with another playtest of Spiritforged. If you haven't seen my Lucian video, that's my most popular video. It's against Irelia. Probably most popular because it's underdog versus, the favorite. Go check that out. But in that video, I did share that Lucian is my main. He's pretty much the reason I'm still playing Riftbound. That and because my fiance likes the game as well, so we bought out on her deck a little bit. But here we are playing Lucian versus Azir. I also have an Azir video. Check that out. That is a best of one against a Rek'Sai, so more Spiritforged testing. Azir is very neat. He's probably my second favorite in the set, or second most interesting legend this set. So super excited to build all these decks. Hopefully, if we can get our hands on some product, but. Yeah, believe I won the dice roll. We're happy with the 2-drop. I dropped the spell that lets you kind of let equipment fly around. Drawn to another jammer. Don't really want to see that. Completely okay. Though, it can be an end game play. So yeah, we just play jammer, pass. Opponent goes 2. Plays Desert's Call. Overall, not the best, or not a super threatening play. Here I go, Warmogs. Opponent says here, score a point. Appreciate that. I forget, and sometimes my opponent forgets. I'm gonna recycle early. We're gonna go super aggro in this game plan here. The reason why is because Warmogs is gonna give us that +1 base, so Jammer's going to 3, and additionally we're gonna get that buff. So Jammer will permanently be at 3 even after Warmogs is detached. So we're sitting at this battlefield at a nice 5 technically. It's 4 plus the 1. I do end up switching over the Warmogs over to Lucian, spread that buff around with Weapon Master, so play Lucian a base for 3. So the big reason why I did that early D-ramp is because I know that he can match me with an equipment drop, and then he can D-ramp to attach to his ready unit, and whatever that equipment may be, it may be the shears for +1, or when I move, bring a unit in, which if it is the when I move, bring a recruit token, sorry, not a unit in, but a recruit token, he would beat me at that battlefield I'm at. But once again, that would cost a D-ramp from him, or he could just take the free battlefield, right? And I'm valuing that +1 permanent buff on my unit, just because now it wins against the sand tokens. Lucian's coming here with Warmogs, so he's gonna get +1 from Warmogs, +1 from Assault due to the Legend ability. Dies. He re-readies. I bring him back. I do forget to buff him here, but I do buff him a bit later. I'm bringing back Jammer. He's got too many runes up to mess with. And this is crazy, right? I'm on 5 mana. You could argue, why are we D-ramping when you could play Ruin Runner? Well, that's a good point. That's a fine point. But I'm super aggressive with the point lead here. I pass with 5 runes. And I don't know if that was correct. I think we should have just played a first mate. It comes here. Yep. Or we should have, maybe try to hold and then use a punch fist. But I'm valuing 7 runes next turn. And this is where I forgot my buff, and I'm gonna do it now. Once again, playtesting. Lots of things to remember with these new cards. Azir players, if you're watching this, let me know what you guys think of the Stella card. When I move, draw 1, 4 drop for 3. My Irelia plays her. I think that makes sense. Azir, I don't think needs her. Me and this guy had a chat afterwards. He thinks she's needed. I don't personally, but just let me know how it works for you. I like to play almost all equipment in Azir, and I don't really play units because Azir can do that for me with his legend ability. So here, Jammer is at 4, Lucian is at 5. If I swing in, I'll go to 6 due to legend ability. They can discipline here for +2. Or I go to 7 because of the war camp. So they can discipline and we don't trade. And he plays a Thwonk. So just stuns my Lucian, does no combat damage his whole turn. Pushes back. That's okay. I'm on 7 runes. I have many lines here. They have 1 rune up. Instead of even contesting that and messing with that battle or that hidden, I just get my guaranteed point here. Check out their graveyard, and we're just playing a Ruin Runner, keeping 1 up for punch first. Right? Oh, this is a free. Sorry, the jammer should be at 3, not 4. Opponent will remind me of that, and I'll let them know. Right, because it left the Trifarian War Camp. I had the +1 on Trifarian War Camp. Forgot to remove the +1, so really it should be at 3 because of the buff. They Charm here. Interesting play. Because Charm here triggers +2, but then they want to Hidden Blade me. Big gain for us. This is what Lucian does. Lucian just pressures the board so much with him running around and getting so many points and then going back to base. So he wants to interact with me at the battlefield, and that's his option there. So our hand's looking good. I like that trade. Yep, jammer should be at 3. And I like it. He plays the Eye of the Herald, I think, where it's spawn a recruit token when you move if it's equipped. She moves in. She goes for they go for the trade here, 3/3. I guess they value that draw 1. Cool trade. And then you're probably, why didn't you shell jammer? Sorry, punch first there on your jammer. The reason was, I think we're saving that for a holding play with Ruin Runner getting so big, because the only interaction you can have with Ruin Runner is just jamming all your units into it, and that punch first will get us that holding point. Lucian doesn't like to hold, right? But since we're getting points so early, holding on the last point with so many of our strong, tall units is fine. Ruin Runner comes in with the Warmogs. Here, I get my points. My hand is crazy, and I have many lines here that I'm not sure of what I want to do. Opponent reminds me to get the buff, I think, after conquering, because Warmogs. Yep, I do it myself. Yep. There were 7 because Trifarian plus Warmogs, and we're going up, or we're going to pass with 3. What's interesting here is it's hard to see, but down here there's a first mate. I could have played first mate, ready Kiana, go here, draw 1, but my draw is okay. I have lots of lines, so I didn't want to do that and then lose Kiana next turn. Right, because I believe we're at 6, and 6 is the golden threshold for Lucian. So I didn't want to play first mate to just ready her and then get the channel or draw 1, and then be no mana up. I'm valuing our angle shot combat trick, which is just like letting equipment fly around, because they think, oh, this D-blade in base isn't doing anything. Well, technically it can when angle shot kicks into play. Additionally, I mean, punch first is an insane card, and we have 2, so that's another line we can take. They play Doran Shield here. Tap 2. They play Rally the Troops. This is a neat card. Whenever friendly unit is played this turn, that includes tokens, because it's played. Buff it. So, they're probably going to spam some tokens, and they get to draw 1. Right. This is telling me that he's going for a push to take out Ruin Runner. He's tapping all out. He plays a Rise Azir signature spell. He gets to play sand unit tokens for each equipment he controls, so he'll play 2. And then he gets to ready 2 of them, so that's kind of perfect for him. And, you know, because of Rally of the Troops, or Rally the Troops, they'll come in with buffs. So cool little combo. I think it's a little expensive for what you're really trying to do here, in my opinion. But, you know, we're all playtesting, so. Yeah, these, you know, sand tokens are looking mighty scary, is what I'm thinking. Not really, because I have punch first and angle shot, so I practically have game here. Oh, yep. Oh, sorry, the Rune Runner is at 8 because of the War Camp. +1 buff to 6, +1 Warmogs for 7. War Camp makes it 8. Alright. This right here, I think this was an extremely greedy play. I have 3 runes up. Opponent should have came in with 1 more unit at least, right? Because if it brings in the sand token will spawn a recruit when it moves, so that means that recruit will technically be at 2 might because of the war camp, getting good value. Or move the 4-drop, and then when it moves, it gets a movement trigger to draw 1 for more outs because his hand is so small. Once again, I have 3 runes up. I think that lost him the game. And Riftbound is just one of those games where one mistake and you can just pretty much just say forfeit and just say GG. But yeah, he goes to 10, beats over his 9, and he's like, wait, what does it mean when angle shot says controller? He just wants to bring it back. I'll fast forward a little bit. I say no problem. You know, choose a unit and equipment with the same controller. Controller is the player itself, not like the person actually having the equipment on them. Controller is you, or in this case me. I'm the controller. And then I get to do a draw 1. I think this card is a really neat combat trick in Lucian. We lack card draw. We want this. We're playing this. I don't have Kai'Sa's. So yeah. To sum it up, this goes to game 2, I believe. I think he just forfeits and says GG. Yep, they all die. They all go to base. He tries to hold here. Yeah, draw 1, sure. I'm up on 9 runes, 50 million punch first. And he just says GG. I have, you know, ganking with my jammer, can gank over, and Kiana, yeah, all those lines. So, game 2. Let's go over the sideboarding process here. So here, I am definitely taking in recurve bows. When I attack or defend, deal 2 to an enemy unit here. So if I just need to like snipe something there, it's really good against spam token decks. We have this for Victors, we have this for Darius, we have this for Azir. And we're throwing in 2 auctions. If you haven't checked out my orange video, spoiler, you're going to see an auction. But wait, auction isn't an orange. Yeah, I learned that the hard way. Auction can steal equipment, and that's why we're putting him in here, because we can maybe steal Guardian Angel. We can maybe steal, when I move, I take out the challenges. Challenge is like a snipe, where you can like hit anything in base at battlefield, you just deal might to each other. We're taking that out because I don't care to snipe these tokens, they're low value. So we're taking that out. And then we're taking out 1 punch first, just because I think 1 is enough to swing the tempo of a game, if we can at least see 1. And we take out a Warmogs. I would have taken out the Dirk and kept Warmogs. I think Warmogs is just really good. So I would have kept the Warmogs looking back at it. But I was recording and I wanted to get the game going. Battlefields are Hillock here, so I have ganking for my battlefield. Units there can gank, and they have Reaver's Row. Reaver's Row allows you to retreat 1 unit back on the when I defend trigger. So if you're defending, you can run back. Once again, if you check out my Azir video, you guys were saying, holy crap, what a crazy turn 1 play. Well, we hit the turn 1 nuts for Lucian in this, what I would hope is a upcoming budget deck. The turn 1 play is one drop equipment into Noxus Hopeful, which we hit. But you do have to go second for this to work. Much better than playing Lucian for 3 flat. Good turn 1 play for my opponent. This is just crazed nuts. Play Dirk. Dirk gives like Assault +2, which really is +3 when you're using Lucian Legend, but really it's there to hopefully hit this crazy turn 1 play. Opponent goes to Reavers, going there. Having that battlefield when you go first is really insane. It's hard to deal with. Ganking helps us though, so. Thinking, do I want to go to Reavers? Nah, I'll just go here. I won't even equip. No need to, just because it's only good on Assault. We drew into the bow, which I love seeing. Here, and then just go here. Go Lucian. And what am I equipping? First of all, I'm equipping this first. Really, it should have been this first with Lucian. Equip that equipment first. Or in equipment, because he has Weapon Master. Looking back, this was a terrible play, in my opinion. He's de-ramping for Assault, because Dirk gives Assault. Yeah, I wasn't sure what I was thinking there, to be honest with you. Or sorry, not Assault. I believe this one is when I attack or when I defend. So yeah, that wasn't terrible, because if they walk into me with like a token, this guy walks into here, I'll deal 2 damage to something. So I pretty much just like snip at 1 before they do damage to me. They play Zinzao here. Zinzao says that if you have, I believe, 2 units at your base or something like that, he comes in ready, so he's like a cheap accelerate, early accelerate. He disciplines. Sure. I guess goes to 6. I have to deal the damage to something, or I have to deal it to the token because it has tank due to it having the shield anyways. Maybe he wanted to draw 1. I'm not sure. Okay, Lucian can be a menace here. Right. And this is where my opponent, I think, just made a mistake. He should have just used Discipline on the defense to push a trade here, or push me to make a play with like the longsword in my hand. So Lucian re-readies, ganks here, gets a point. I think this play is great. We got lucky with this battlefield. Ganking lets us go to Reaver's Row, and Reaver Rows keeps us safe. Let's go ahead and play a Beloved Ruin Runner. I try to tap all runes here, but tap the wrong thing. Yeah, Ruin Runner is going to get big. Opponent plays the Desert's Call. He taps only 2, which is fine. Yep, gets that free point, and I'm realizing, ooh, he's going pretty aggro. Like he's trying to get points quickly. This was a good play, I believe. Yeah, because I'm at 4. Or I'm at 3, he's at 4. I'm forced to retreat here, but I would probably retreat anyways and not like fall for the bait where he brings in units to lose and then starts playing disciplines and whatnot. He's at 5, I'm at 3 here. It's not looking good for me, right? Let's play a Hex Drinker. D-ramp 1, an orange. Bring Lucian over here. So if he wants to hit and blade me, he's going to have to pay an extra. We have a little rule clarification here with my opponent. He's asking who has deflect, and Lucian has the deflect because Hex Drinker is giving him that deflect. It's a good question to ask due to what he likely sideboarded in this matchup, which is Salvage. You may kill a gear, draw 1. So he's not targeting Lucian, because if the card said something like choose an enemy with a gear, equip to it, kill the gear, draw 1, right? At that point, that targeting of Lucian, he would have to pay that extra recycle. In this case, he doesn't. He's just killing a gear. And the gear does not have deflect. He's killing my Dirk, which gives me that assault too. And I don't know. I said dagger. It looks like a dagger. Yeah, Dirk. Whatever. Cool. Cool. Lucian readies here. And I'm thinking. Let's do Wormogs. Boom, equip. D-ramp. Equip. Here I go to 8. +2 from my equipment. And then +1 from Wormogs. And then now I'm at a base 6 after it resolves. And then I think I forgot the buff here. My opponent will remind me to buff. Thank you to our opponent. Once again, we're playtesting. So, equipping Bo here is pretty good because like this recruit gets no value on the swing, right? Because I just snipe it. Additionally, this gets no value too if I want to snipe that because it doesn't get any pluses. So I think equipping the bow here is good. And if we are able to hold here, we get to 6. And I think we're in a good spot. Opponent's deep in thought. Deep in thought. He taps 2. Salvage, sure. Kills the bow. I think that's a fine and a very good play on my opponent's end. Gets his free point. Sure. For sure. He goes to 6. Very scary. Very scary. He taps out. Plays Arise. Finds it again. 2 of these guys come in ready. Movement triggers here with that equipment that he has on the token, and he is at 10 to my 7. TBH. If I was at 10, I would just take the trade and not retreat. But I retreat. Reverse Row is biting him in the butt in this case because he really needs to get rid of this Ruin Runner. But just sitting there is just too much of a problem. We got Noxus Hopeful. Sort things out with killing with Lucian. Get that point. He re-readies. Yeah. We longsword here early. Now my camel will, Ruin Runner will go to 9. Swings in here for 11 because Lucian Legend ability will trigger. So I get my +2. He gets to move something back due to Reaver's Row when you defend trigger. He gets the token to base after that movement. All these guys are dead. I'm at 7. His hand, I know, there could be a crazy out on 8. He used one Arise. He probably has maybe another. But here, I'll rewind this. Oops, sorry. Here, I realized that our hand is a dud. Like, our hand can't really come back. So we have to win it here. So, I played Longsword already. Lucian is ready from the Conqueror. This battlefield gives me ganking, so Lucian runs over here. He's like, I'm going to sit here with you. Noxus Hopeful is a 4-might unit, but he's only going to be played for 2 due to me already playing a Longsword. So he gets the Legion trigger, gets played for 2. we play the Jammer for 2, which gives a unit ganking. We don't care. We just want numbers on the board. We are showing 19 here. And I believe 19 beats Grand Stratagem. Grand Stratagem would make it, if he equips 1, +2, 2. So it would be +5 to each unit, which would make it 14. And he would walk in, make a unit, and that unit on the... Sorry. Let's rewind. If he were to sequence it properly with Grand Stratagem, first he needs to equip. Both these units are at 2. He walks in. The eye would trigger to spawn your recruit token. So now he has a 2 might body, a 2 might body, and a 1 might body. Then in the showdown, he can play an action to play Grand Stratagem. And then the 1 might would turn to 6, the 2 might would turn to 7, and the other 2 might would turn to 7. So that would be, yeah, that would win over us, actually. If he had Grand Stratagem here, he would win. Assuming he sequences it correctly, though. But here he forfeits, he says GG. And yeah, we win. He valued the not so fast very highly. Discipline was in hand. And I think we did the math together. And we were just going over with how I think he gets to like 14 or 15, so just not enough. But yeah, Grand Strategy would have won. We kind of went over like our deck concepts together when it comes to Azir. Anyways, that is the end of the video. As you can tell, I probably sound more confident with the Lucian stuff just because I've been really looking into this deck. I hope to, hit up some regionals with the Lucian and bigger tournaments and get some POVs. And, this is going to be my first card that I'm probably going to chase the overnumbered, so the alt arts. So it was a good match against Azir. I think we played well. I think I'm learning to not be so greedy, even though I'm aggro, but also know when to take those rune losses and get ahead on like just board presence and pressure, and just sneaking away with lots of points. And Ruin Runner just like putting so much presence on the board when it comes to this meta of spell heavy decks, because Ruin Runner can't be targeted by spells. So if you like this video, I know that my channel has been receiving some Lucian enjoyers. Guys, let me know what you think. We're not running Kaisas in this deck due to budget reasons. I am not paying $300 for 3 Kaisas for the time being. We're not doing that. I got my Kianas. I don't think the rest of the deck is that expensive, so I am extremely excited to get the ball rolling with this deck, and we'll see some in-person videos soon with this deck. Thanks for watching.